something that they used because they didn't want to use Army guys, regular uniform folks. And as you know, we who are in uniform still have to follow a lot of rules. There's a lot of laws, a lot of rules. And contractors.
But regardless of those laws and rules, you could have decapitated the al-Qaeda leadership months before 9/11, and it didn't happen. And when you exposed that, they tried to persecute you.
That is my belief, based on all the evidence and other folks who have similar evidence, and frankly, insiders who have confirmed it to me, but will not come forward because they don't want to give up their career. They understand if they say anything, they will be gone after as well.
This is amazing. We've got a final segment with you, and I want to shift gears into some other areas of 9/11 and what's currently happening with the body scanners. Get your take on that. And certainly we look forward to having you back up in the near future. Colonel Anthony Shaffer from Able Danger is our guest. An amazing interview, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, we've got more time to talk here than on most TV shows, and this is very revealing. Stay with us.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hello, this is Alex Jones with some important questions. If you're going into a battle and they give you a rifle and a sidearm, how much ammunition do you want? My answer would be all I can get. In the battle for freedom and the lives of your loved ones, food is your only ammunition. How much do you want? When do you want it? Now or after the battle starts? When will you need it? Can you buy it without proper identification? Will there be any food? Will it make your children sick? If there's a quarantine and you can't feed yourself, will you go to the gathering center and be immunized? You wipe out all these problems if you have a good food supply. Food is your ammunition to fight for your freedom and your life. How much will you need? We don't know. How much do you want? All you can get. I'm Alex Jones. I want all of you good guys to live to fight another day. Call 1-800-409-5633 or check it out on the web at efoodsdirect.com. Again, that number, 1-800-409-5633.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As we're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
I have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today, it seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at prisonplanet.tv.
Hi, everyone. Andy Anderson here. Are you using those little bottles of hand gel that kill germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Did you know that once the alcohol evaporates in a few seconds, goodbye effectiveness? No more protection till you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not contain alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and for our friends in medicine, kills C. diff, along with a whole host of viruses and bacteria, molds and fungus too. It's even safe around pets and children. You'll love how your skin feels with PureWorks, soft and supple. No more dry skin. Here's to a little peace of mind knowing that your hands are still germ-free hours later. Call now, toll-free, 888-245-0300 to get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. That's 888-245-0300.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Burmis' film that I produced, Fabled Enemies, details what really happened on 9/11 from all the evidence. My film Terror Storm also goes over it. The bare minimum, governments let this happen so they can take your rights, your freedom. Take the MIAC report we leaked that the military and police gave us. Take the Homeland Security report where it's really all set up for conservatives, libertarians, Bob Barr, Ron Paul, get us out of the UN stickers or demonized. What do you think of hearing that in the news, that most of Homeland Security and domestic operations now is focused on conservatives. I mean, the public's told this is all for Al-Qaeda, and then the whole thing's set up for the American people. Colonel Shaffer.
Well, I got to tell you, I believe most of the measures which have been put in place to include, the concept of the body scanner and a lot of those stuff, and frankly, and we talked a bit on the break about the scanner supports. I got to tell you, most of the stuff is proven, if you look at the scientific evidence, to not really be all that effective, but we spend tons of money. I actually attended a hearing a while back on the backscatter devices that they put in the ports. And the fact that they had to report, the Department of Homeland Security had to report, they're not really working. And their something called ASP. And, of course, their answer was, we need more money. If you give us another, $100 million, well, the manufacturer thinks they'll fix it. And that's part of the problem. I think almost the government becomes a patsy, if you will, for corporate America, because a lot of these companies have huge amounts of resources invested. Raytheon, Boeing, some of the other big companies, I'm not trying to single them out, but I'm just saying that a lot of companies do benefit very much by investing in these technologies. And my problem with the process, obviously, as someone who, I'm a think tank guy, is that they don't really work. And my belief is good money after bad is a key indicator of a lack of accountability. You've got to be honest. You've got to stand up at some point and say, it ain't working. We've wasted all this money. You got to stop. We got to take a different course. And this is where we have problems all throughout the system, lack of accountability. And again, and this is indicative of the fact that we almost had a Northwest airliner brought down by the fact there's no accountability.
Colonel, I don't mean to interrupt you, but we've only got 6 minutes left with you. You've agreed to come back on in the near future. Sure. And we want to give out any websites, any other information you want to give here at the end. But let me go back to 9/11 briefly. Here's CBS News. Hijackers lived with FBI informant. Just going to throw that out. And they were ordered to stand down, not just you. This is Newsweek. Exclusive. The informant who lived with the hijackers. Here's another one. Newsweek. Alleged hijackers may have trained at U.S. bases. Then we get, in the Associated Press, the colonel, head of the Monterey Defense Language School, saying, look, some of these guys were at our base. We have Springman, the head of the U.S. Embassy section in Saudi Arabia, being ordered to let them in, even though they were on watch list. And he was told later, oh, that was part of secret training. They were our operatives. So we have all of that. You add all of this together. What can you tell us about talking to other colleagues about hijackers being allowed in and out of the country, being protected, not acting in a very Muslim extremist fashion with all the whores and drugs and topless bars, the FBI living with them, Israeli intelligence following them around? What was really going on here in the U.S.?
Well, again, I got to be careful to limit myself to my direct knowledge, and I'll add to the pieces that I have. I'll be happy to add the pieces. I don't want to comment on other people's information. I can tell you this for a fact, Alex, is the fact that during the data mining phase of Able Danger, Al-Qaeda cells were discovered. And the fact that they were discovered was haunting. A lot of folks were shocked that the information that we'd had uncovered as a team indicated that they were active cells. This is not like just, people who are sleepers. These are active cells doing things. And the appearance was that they were active. They weren't sleeper. They were active. They were doing
They were preparing for something.
Exactly. So that information was passed forward. And there's good evidence now from a friend of mine who did some research that the information that we came up with was reported to President Clinton in the Millennium Bomber Report. One of the things that was disclosed that Sandy Berger was after was copies of the Millennium Bombing Report. And within that report, that was well prior to 9/11, was within that report, and this is reported in John Ashcroft's book. I don't remember the name of his book off the top of my head, but John Ashcroft actually admits that there was information in the Millennium Bomber Report relating to Al-Qaeda cells, active cells, being found in the United States. So, we believe, based on the evidence we have, that when that was our gig. That was Able Danger. And obviously, at that level, you don't call things by its operational name. But we believe that information regarding what was in the Millennium Report that went from Ashcroft to President Clinton was the Able Danger information.
And it was so damning that Berger broke national security laws. He could have gone to prison for life to stick it in his underwear and socks to get it out of there.
That's correct, yes. So So that is, right in my judgment, telling by the fact that, yeah, we did discover these guys. It was